For longer than humanity remembers, the gods ruled. Humanity served as slaves, but life never remains in balance. Power passed to man, and man banished the gods from the world. But something was released. Something older than man has risen. Given their freedom, humanity must fight for survival. Some cling to safety, others fight. It is a time where a man's choices define him.
Okej, chyba wszystko gra, śmiga. Jestem ja z powrotem. Okej, lecimy z Rizenem. Ja tu będę sobie zbierał. Coś mi się przypomni, to wam opowiem z Rizenem. W Rizena kiedyś już grałem. Na pewno go przeszedłem co najmniej raz. Grałem magiem albo półmagiem, tym klasztornym. Ryzenek to jest taki gotik, trochę nowszy. Jaki zręczny ptaszek. Ciągle jeszcze tutaj sprawdzam, czy wszystko jest na pewno ok. Wcześniej jakieś tu dziwne problemy z nim były.
She's still breathing. Are you okay?
Yeah. But I think I drank half the ocean.
Do you remember much about what happened?
Just that strange man from the Inquisition. And this storm. He sailed us straight into it. And then he vanished. The ship must have capsized and we got washed ashore.
Looks like the poor devils over there weren't as lucky as us.
Any idea where we are?
No. Maybe it's another island.
We should get off this beach. This wreckage could draw looters and they don't like survivors. Good job you're armed. If you're ready, we should make a move. Let's look for a way inland and find some food and fresh water.
I'm ready.
To lećmy.
Shall we go?
No time like the present. There must be a path somewhere that leads inland. Let's look for one. Careful. I thought I saw something move in the trees. Get ready. Draw your weapon.
Sara, panikara.
They didn't make it.
Jeszcze mnie zaraz porobi ten. Tak. Jaki chłop. Dobra, starczy tych żartów. Starczy tych żartów.
It must have been attracted by the smell of the bodies. At least we have some meat now. We need a fire or a stove. If I have to eat rat, I'm not eating it raw. And if we can find a pan, we can fry it. Fried meat will help restore our energy, even if it is just rat. We could really do with a few healing plants too. Perhaps there's some that grow around here. Keep a lookout.
No, wszystko zbieram, Sara, panikara. Nie dygaj, wszystko tu wyzbieramy. Tu jest jaskinia, to zaraz jaskinią pójdziemy, tylko jeszcze tutaj gdzieś było właśnie. Tarcza. I teraz możemy iść dalej.
This cave seems a little eerie. Let's find a different way, please. This doesn't feel right.
Ale tu jest lód. Dzięki. Dzięki za pomoc, Sara. Bez ciebie nie dalibyśmy rady. Bez ciebie byśmy sobie nie poradzili.
I'll need a frying pan.
Hyc. Tylko dwóch ich tu było?
Wish I knew about prospecting.
Mhm.
Do you see those torches? There must be people nearby. Do you think we should head for where the torches are?
No niesamowite. Dedukcja. Chyba tak powinniśmy zrobić. I założyć tarczę. Bo zwierząt chyba bez tarczy nie da się blokować ataków. Z tarczą się już da. Nie jestem pewien, ale chyba tak to wygląda.
Look, it's a house. Looks abandoned. I wonder what happened here.
Something must have driven the occupants away.
Whatever it was, it's certainly not warming me to this place.
Let's take a look around. We might find something useful.
You have a look inside, and I'll keep a watch out here. I'll call if any more of those rats turn up.
Mhm.
I'll need a frying pan. Tak trochę lipka, że ognisko nie piecze. Ciebie. Słaba imersja. Now, who could teach me to pick locks?
Dzwonisz do animalsów? Peta? To patrz, zaraz będziemy smażyć. O, a może nie będziemy, bo skraszowało grę. Kurczę, szybko ci animalsi działają, ty. A nie, nie skraszowało, tylko mnie wyrzuciło. O, smażone mięsko. 5, cyk. Animalsi się nie pomogą.
Looks good. I think that's cooked.
Sara, skusisz się?
Doesn't look like there's been anyone in this house for a while. All I found was a locked chest.
Unless you have the key or a talent for picking locks, it's going to stay locked.
I've opened the chest.
Find anything useful?
Just a frying pan. Everything else is junk.
Oh well, at least you can fry up that meat. I could do with a little fried meat right now. You're probably starving too, and we can pretend it's venison.
Proszę.
Here's your fried meat.
At least if you don't think about where it came from. Hey, that's not bad.
We should head further inland.
You go on. I really need to rest. That storm took it out of me. I feel exhausted. I'm gonna stay here for a while.
Okay. I'll come back and get you when I know a bit more about this place.
Don't worry about me. Be careful out there. I saw a path to the north. Looked like it led further inland. Maybe there's a village or something up there.
Rozdział 1. Zakazana wyspa. Zakazana wyspa. No to idziemy, tak jak mówiła. Myślałem, że znowu mnie dziabnie. O,
Another grave. We all go back to the earth.
tak jest. Ojej, baniutkie, jakie ma trzy atakowe combo. Jebaniutki jeżyk. Ale potki lecą. Lecą ostre potki. Dobra, pozbierane. Czas na Indiana Jonesa. Tutaj się wbijamy. W plecy. Dobra, teraz tylko znowu nie wpaść w to samo. Miasto. No, poróbmy dzika. Ty. No nie. O ty. Jaki gość. Dziki dzik.
Hey, you there.
O,
What are you doing here?
nie zostawię. Ja już nie zostawię. Bo to exp. Bo to jest doświadczenie.
The boat I was on sank. I landed on the
Całe
beach.
doświadczenie i
So, one of
lód
the
musi
crew
być
survived
moje.
the storms, eh? We
Musi
it was
być
just the
moje.
Inquisition. You don't look like you're with the Inquisition.
I was a stowaway.
On an Inquisition ship? You're lucky they didn't catch you and throw you overboard, or worse, turn you into one of them. Someone or something is looking out for you. And I ain't gonna mess with that. But don't stretch your luck. The White Robes catch you here, you'll be in trouble. If you want my advice, then find yourself a good weapon. You won't get far without one. There may be something around here. Have a look. Come back to me when you found something.
Wow, mamy taką samą broń, ziomuś. Ty jakoś żyjesz. Mieczyk lepszy. Mapa. Ale z niego chłop miał w tym domu lepszą broń. Miecz, a biegał z nożem myśliwskim. I sam do mnie mówi, zdobądź sobie lepszą broń. Co za chłop.
I found this sword.
Good. I hope you know how to use it.
What can you tell me about this place?
What do you want to know?
Looks like I'm going to be stuck here for a while. Anywhere I can get some food or pick up some gold?
Ha! Not round here at any rate. I just asked for this post so I can watch the storms. Amazing things when they blow past. Strange how they never come inland. A few weeks ago I would have sent you to Harbour Town, but not anymore.
Why not?
It's full of Inquisition. Protecting those ruins and recruiting for the damn White Road cult at the monastery. I'm with the Don myself. We're the only ones who are still free. Living in a camp in the middle of a swamp. But freedom's freedom. I'd head to the swamp, see if the Don will take you in, or try your luck in Harbour Town. Just stay away from the monastery.
So is Harbour Town safe? What are the Inquisition doing there?
Not much at the moment. There are still some of our boys in there. They might help you out. And that white robe lot probably won't bother you too much. I can show you the way, but believe me, you'd be better off at our camp.
You mentioned a monastery. What happens there?
The last place you want to be. It's where the Inquisition train their recruits. Brainwash them. Stay well away from there.
What's the Don got to offer me?
Meat, beer, a job. He might even train you as a fighter. You got a sword, after all. Most they'll let you have up at the monastery is a staff. Just a big stick. That's not a real weapon.
There's a girl came ashore with me. She's in an abandoned house to the south.
South? Must be the old shipwrecker's house. I'll head that way later. If she's there, I'll take her somewhere safe.
Okej.
All right.
To
Show me the
prowadź
way to
do
your camp.
obozu.
Good man. Follow me.
Dawaj. Ale coś tu musimy zlurować do niego, nie? Trochę ekspika podbić sobie. Jakieś świniaki na przykład. O. No walonek potrafią zaatakować. Od razu po ataku. Ładnie. Nic tu nie ma. Lecimy dalej. Janek! Paraszuki atakują. O ty. Przepotki mi się już skończyły. Też nie możemy tak obrywać po dupie. W sumie mamy mięso, trzeba Trzeba smażyć mięso i się mięsem opychać. W sumie.
Look to the north. You see the ruins sticking out of the
No,
ground?
ciężko nie zobaczyć.
I've seen ones like that before.
Well, the White Robes set up a camp there. If you're smart, you won't be seen up there. Otherwise, you'll be snatched up and taken to the monastery. Do you want to be a slave or a free man?
You're really hammering this home, aren't you?
Sorry. You're right, you're your own man. Free to do what you like. Come on. It isn't much further.
Tak z ciekawości. To jakby to wyglądało, jakbym tu podszedł.
Halt! In the name of the Inquisitor,
Wow, ziomek.
enjoy your time at the monastery.
Czyli tak jak mówił, od razu kurde zabierają. No ale jaja.
Another recruit. The guards brought you here because you transgressed the law. Am I
Nie.
correct?
I didn't know it was forbidden to be outside the town.
Ignorance is no excuse. The law must be followed.
So I'm a criminal. What happens to me now?
By order of the Inquisitor, all criminals are to... You will complete basic training using the staff. Then you shall learn combat magic. If you are talented at magic, we... Now go.
To nieźle. Z przestępców robił wojowników. Ciekawe. No to my tam nie chcemy iść jak tak. Wielkie bagno.
If you follow the path north, you'll come to our camp. And watch out for the hunters. The lazy beggars are always trying to get others to do their work for them.
Thanks for your help.
You've been through enough. You deserve a bit of kindness. I'm sure I'll see you around. Good luck.
No dzięki, Jan. Dzięki. Trzeba iść do jakiegoś ognicha. Normalnie bieda. A potem się tam będziemy z nimi przepychać. O! Tu mamy mięsko do
Hey, you. Where do you think you're
smażenia.
going?
A co cię to obchodzi?
Is it of yours?
Hey, I was just messing with you.
No,
Gets a bit
zaraz.
boring around here. Well, apart from the rotworms. I'd stay on the walkway and not go too far out into the swamp. Believe me, being eaten by those creatures is not the way a man should go. Hang on, I think I've got a map somewhere you can have. Although by the looks of you, you could do with a better weapon.
Nie ma to jak mapę dostać na wstępie.
Where can I get a better weapon?
Depends on what you're after. Some swear by a good blade, others prefer the heft of an axe. I'm a hunter, so I favour a bow and arrow. I've got a couple of nice specimens here, actually. For the right price, I'm sure I could part with one or two.
What do you hunt in the swamp?
Less and less. There are only a few beasties. They may look unappetizing, but you'd be surprised what our cook can do. About the only thing left big enough to feed us all is this large worm over to the west. But he's a big fella. I really need help to take him down. Probably a bit of help to keep him down after I've eaten him too.
How about I help you hunt this worm?
Oh, that's good of you. Tell you what, if we kill that thing together, I'll give you 30 gold. I hope you're well prepared. Don't want your death on my conscience.
I'm new around here. Got swept in with the tide. What can you tell me about this place?
Ah, I see. Well, then there are a few things you should know. This whole swamp area, from here to the temple in the north, it's run by Don Esteban, our leader. I wouldn't mess with him if I were you. He's got some fighters working for him that'd break your jaw as happy as look at you.
What can you tell me about the temple?
Came up from the ground about the time these storms started, and all these beasts came out of it. Never seen the like before. Indescribable they are. Our fighters soon sorted them out. I doubt there's much still alive in there. Well, apart from the Don. He's moved into the temple now. Don't see him very often. No one really knows what he's doing in there. Me, I say hunt, kill, and don't ask too many questions.
So, you haven't always been here in the swamp?
Nah, we used to have the whole of Harbour Town until the Inquisition came. All their magic and robes and stuff. They pushed us out here. Between you and me, I think the Don's pride took a bit of a knock. He hasn't been the same since. Most folks hate this place, but I like the fresh air. New things to hunt. Always felt too cooped up in town.
Świeże powietrze na bagnach? No nie wiem.
What are rotworms?
They can't really be described. Indescribable they are. They're like giant, rotting worms. You can ask Ricardo in the camp.
What else can you tell me about the Inquisition?
Same as everyone else, really. Don't get too close to them, or you'll find yourself dragged off to that monastery. They're not right in the head. I think they do something to them up there. I'm keeping well away. I advise you to do the same.
So, what's your boss doing in the temple?
I couldn't say for sure, but he's become very keen on collecting gold at the moment. He's got diggers working these ruins, and he always gives them a share. He's good like that. I think maybe he's planning on trying to take back Harbour Town. Gold commands a lot of power around here. Maybe even more than the Inquisition with their damn cult.
Let's trade.
Co on tu ma? Nic to by mnie interesowało. No, ja jestem ciekaw, jak my zabijemy tego robala. No bo ja mu nie będę nic na pewno robić, więc będzie musiał sam go załatwić. Ciekawe, czy jak sam go załatwi, czy nie będzie się rzucał do mnie po tym, że mu nie pomogłem. No ale zobaczmy.
Come on.
That's the... Right.
No dawaj. On ma nas na hita na pewno. Do ściany go. I będziemy tłuc go we dwóch. Easy.
I've killed that worm. You don't need to worry about it.
One less worm is no bad thing. Here, have 30 gold for your trouble. Hey, if you're going to the camp, can you take this raw meat with you? They always need food there. Just give it to Rachel, the cook. I'm gonna stay here. See if I can spot my next challenge.
Okej. Easy. Poszło easy.
Hey,
Hey,
Ricardo.
any trouble today?
no,
You expecting any?
nah,
Must be fun being a guard.
not really.
What exactly do you guard in a swamp?
Flies, the smell, the dawn.
The Don.
Back there in that temple. But my post is here, in the swamp.
Sounds like an important job. What is there around here that people need guarding from?
You must have seen them.
Seen what?
Those things.
Things?
The things from the ruins.
You ever have any problems with the locals?
Locals. They give you any trouble, you just smack them around.
Or you could try talking to them. Who's in charge here?
The Don.
Who?
The Don.
Right.
Już chyba ustaliliśmy.
There are ruins everywhere.
The ones that come up from the ground. The ground is warped or something.
That's where these things are.
Yeah. They're all over that excavation site in the middle of the swamp.
And?
They make me nervous.
Why?
They're disgusting.
Uh-huh. Where is the Don?
In the temple.
Is he religious?
Ha!
So what does he do in there?
Avoids
Te
being out
dialogi
here.
jakby po 2 razy były.
You don't talk much.
What do I want to talk for? I don't know you.
Getting anything out of you is like pulling teeth.
That's why I make such a good guard.
All right, let's try this question. Tell me more about these things. The ones in the excavation site.
They're disgusting. Big insect things. I wish someone would get rid of them.
I can. I'd need paying. Say 30 gold coins.
30? Yeah. It's worth that to get rid of those things. They're disgusting.
Keep my gold warm. I'll be back for it. You must have picked up some skill.
I know how to fight, and I can handle a crossbow.
Can you train me?
To fire a crossbow, all right. But it will cost you.
I want to...
Na odległość nie będziemy się bawić. Nigdy w tych grach to nie jest dobry pomysł. Walka na odległość. Interesujące. Ricardo Domingo.
What do you want?
I don't know. What do I want?
You were looking at me.
I'm new here. I'm just getting to know people.
If you don't know I'm the best fighter in the camp, then you ain't been here long enough for me to care.
Man like you has clearly seen some action.
Well, you know, I don't like to boast, but I've crushed a few heads. If you want to eat here, you have to work. You want a free ride? Try those white robes at the monastery. They'll give you a free ride all the way to their excavation camps. And keep your paws off other people's stuff while you're here, or you'll lose your paws.
Okay.
Sure you have plenty to do?
Zawsze mnie to zastanawiało, po co oni dodali te animacje. Dla imersji. Żebyś mógł kiedyś sobie podejść i popiłować trochę drewna. Tak, stukanie młotkiem w gotiku. Czy jakieś tam inne zdety. No chyba, że NPC-ki po prostu korzystają z tych animacji, no i łatwo je wrzucić, tylko żebym ja z nich korzystał.
Hey,
I've not seen you before. Who are you? A fresh-faced young man eager to experience the thrill of an outlaw's life?
maybe.
I can't think why else you'd be here. There are warm ale houses and welcoming brothels in the town. Food and indoctrination at the monastery.
Are you a woodcutter for the camp?
Just because I'm cutting wood doesn't mean I'm a woodcutter. Actually, I'm a hunter. My lads and I provide meat for the camp.
So you lead the hunters?
Normally, yeah, but as you can see, I've got vital woodcutting work to do. So right now, my hunters are running wild like free spirits. Or they think they are.
Shouldn't you get someone else to cut the wood?
I'd love to, believe me. But Brogar would nail me to a tree if I left this wood unsawn.
Brogar.
One of the Don's lieutenants, the leader of the fighters, a, shall we say, powerful, single-minded man.
And you're his personal woodcutter.
For my sins,
Why does he want you to do it?
I tangled with him, and now I have to pay. We live by Brogar's laws out here.
Brogar's laws, not the Don's.
The Don wants me to hunt, Brogar wants his fire stoked. You judge who's really in charge.
Why don't you stand up to Brogar?
Him and all his fighters, you mean?
So everyone's afraid of him.
You clearly haven't met him yet. Then you'd understand. He's over there. Go and introduce yourself. Then decide whether you'd stand up to him.
How can I become one of the Don's men?
Firstly, I need to tell you a couple of things. The Don's a powerful man. Well, he was. Since we've been in this swamp, he's hidden in that temple. Hasn't been out for weeks. His wife Rachel's been trying to run the camp. She's the one you need to impress if you want to meet the Don.
Rachel. Right.
Before you charge up to her, you need to be aware of...
Brogar?
You're learning.
Why can't I get to talk to the Don himself?
If you can't get Rachel on your side, maybe you could get past the guard at the temple. Maybe.
Sounds like it could be worth a try.
True, but it's a long shot. Rachel might be your best way in.
Can you teach me to hunt?
Sure you wouldn't rather chop wood?
I was thinking more of hunting.
Then you're talking to the right man.
Can you teach me about hunting?
Zręczność nas nie interesuje w ogóle. Łucznictwo też nas nie interesuje. Skradanie się też nie. I potraszenie zwierząt tak sobie, ale chyba też nie. Szkoda punktów nauki, znając życie, i tak golda będzie wystarczająco. Dobra, to zagadajmy do tego chujka.
Hey.
Did I look like I wanted to talk to you?
Whoa there. Someone shoot your dog?
Stupid and mouthy don't wash well round here, especially not from workers.
Seems to be working for you.
You must be new round here. I'll tell you what, since you're new in this pond, little fish, I'll cut you a break. But after that, your bones will get the breaks. You hearing me? See, folks around here do what I say. Now enough questions. I'm hungry. Bring me a haunch of fried meat from Rachel, the cook up by the smithy. Bit snooty, but a looker. The Don's a lucky man. Of course, with him in that temple all the time, she might need a bit of company. Weirder than you think. Weirder than you can dream.
Tell you what, you do it yourself.
You got some backbone, haven't you? We'll soon rip that out of you. Boys, give this little fish a lesson in manners. You'll find my lads are tough but fair. Well, they're tough.
Don't want to die. Not sure what the point of living is.
No i co?
You see why people don't stand up to...
A few bruises.
You're lucky it wasn't stabbed.
His armor and those fighters make him feel tougher than he is.
For you, maybe.
Brogar is a big fish in a small pond.
And those are giant words. So big, I don't think you know what you're saying.
I know some people wouldn't have a problem if he disappeared.
I won't be responsible for what Brogar would do to you.
Let me worry about that.
You should worry. But you're serious, aren't you?
I could help you.
Helpful sort, aren't you? You better not have landed me in it with Brogar. But then one's trouble is another's ease. Rachel needs this meat, so she'll be happy. Take note, sometimes it's better to take sides than end up in the middle.
What would I have to do
Ja już
to
nie
deal
wiem.
with him?
Myślałem, że się na mnie rzuci ten Brogar, a on
Do what he
nic.
tells you, and listen to everything he says. He'll let things slip. But you do know what you're proposing is dangerous.
I need...
You won't find it out here.
Well, what about your armor?
Armor for the hunters and fighters, but you won't get close to that.
Right, so I've got to join the You might cut his wood, but I don't want to end up as Brogar's lackey.
What does he want you to do?
He wants a haunch of meat.
Do it. Get it for him.
Why should I feed him?
If you want to get in with Brogar, bring him what he wants. Make him trust you, but show him you mean business. That you can be an asset to him, not another slavish camp worker. If he thinks you're clever and that you can't be bullied, he'll take notice.
Who knows about Brogar and wouldn't mind talking to me?
Talk to Lewis, one of my hunters. He knows a few things, more than you'd think. Start with him, see what he says.
How does...
She's soft. Brogar bullies her, and she's like that even though the Don's behind her.
You've been to Madame Sonia's this month. I hear there are some...
You must be hungry, if you're happy to take food from strangers.
We used to have a whole town. Now we just got a swamp. You gotta grab any meal you can get.
Someone in your position ought to be more careful. Who knows what you're being fed?
No one would dare mess with my grub. And if you're thinking about it, then also think about what your entrails look like. 'Cause you'll see them pretty fast if you mess with me.
Why are you making Sam saw wood for you?
What business is it of yours, little fish?
He needs to hunt. If he doesn't, we'll all starve.
And if I don't get wood for my fire, I'll be pissed off. You're pissing into the wind if you wait for Rachel to organise anything. You want something here, you have to take it.
Yeah, I'm beginning to understand that. Got any proper work for me?
Are you actually good for something, little fish?
Easy to be cocky with that weapon and fancy armour of yours.
Nah, it's all the bodies I buried that make me cocky. 2 of my boys are supposed to be guarding the eastern swamp farm, but Clay's been lazing around the campfire. Go and see him. Make sure he takes over from Phil before Phil rots up there. Simple. I'm not losing another man to this fucking swamp.
Do you boys do anything other than stand about all day?
They're guarding. What do you expect? When it comes to standing around all day, these guys are the best. Trained killers, though, the lot of them. And if those creatures from the temples march in here, you'll be damn glad of them. So, show a little respect.
The fighters answer to you, right?
Yeah. Most of them owe their lives to me. One way or another. They know not to mess with a big fish.
So you know where they are at all times?
Course. Well, usually. One of them has gone missing. Dorgan was on an errand for me, down in the swamps. The pillock's probably got himself lost. Or eaten. Or he's chasing wenches again. Never could keep his mind on the task in hand.
Get Clay to take over from Phil. Sounds simple enough.
The farm's over to the east. As it's a simple job, I'll assume you'll get it done.
I'll look for him.
When I get my hands on him, he's gonna be emptying piss pots for the next month. That's your lot.
Brogar's hold on the camp isn't as strong as he thinks it is.
Maybe, but he's not stupid and he's certainly not weak. You defied him. Don't expect him to take his eye off you now. Be very, very careful, my friend.
All right. Where can I get workers' clothing?
Hawkins is your man. He's one of the Don's lieutenants. He's in charge of the workers.
Where do I find this Rachel?
She's usually cooking, in front of the temple.
Can you teach... About your hunting. I met a hunter called Yan. You haven't mentioned him.
He got himself posted as a guard on the road to Harbour Town. We never see him back here these days. That's another hunter less feeding the camp.
What can you...
Well, there's Lewis. I expect he's under a rock in the swamp. Not even the swamp flies bother him when he's had a skinful. Doug should also be in the swamp. He should be hunting. But I haven't seen him for days either. And of course you know what delightful tasks I have to do.
Doug has been successful. He's given me some meat for the camp.
We needed that. You better take it to Rachel if you haven't given it to her already.
Weirder than we think. Weirder than we can dream. almost pulled them clean off. Can't take a...
Hey,
Lost, are you? Don't you worry about it. I'll take care of you.
who are you?
Craig. And if you want a fortune in gold, I'm your man.
Your job is to distribute wealth.
Exactly. I arrange little wagers, you give me your gold, and you could double it.
What odds do you offer?
Ah, you're interested. Ha, listen up. I'll explain. You give me a sum in gold. If you win, I'll pay you back double.
And if I lose?
There are no losers, only future repeat gamblers. I'll just keep your gold warm until you want to try and win it back.
How do I place a bet?
Oh, nothing easier. We bet on anything here. Who'll be the next worker to get eaten by a swamp creature? The next winner in the arena? Anything. You can even bet on yourself. If you want to go into the arena.
And can I be sure you'll pay out if I win?
Oh, you of little faith. I'm hurt. If I wasn't honest, do you think I'd last 2 minutes around here?
People fight for gold.
Don't sound so surprised. People have fought for gold since time began. There's a small arena over in the west. That's where it happens. I bet you're worth a gamble. Tough-looking fella like you.
Is there somewhere round here I can train for combat?
I wouldn't normally do this, but I'll train you if you like. Always good to get the inside skinny, in case you go into the arena.
I want to improve my fighting skills.
To byśmy chętnie wzięli. Tylko golda nie mamy.
Tell me more about the arena.
It's all friendly. Just a few bruises and broken limbs. It isn't to the death. It's where we train and test ourselves. If you fancy a fight, just challenge one of our fighters. If he accepts, he'll go into the arena with you. The fight starts when both willing volunteers are in the arena with their weapons drawn. The first fighter to go down loses.
That's clear enough. Which of the fighters here are the best?
Based on recent form, Ricardo's a loser. Lorenzo isn't too sharp either. Used to be alright. Faded a bit these days. I'd say Domingo is probably the best in camp.
What?
Hey,
Sleeping.
you don't look like the rest of the Don's men.
Me? I'm the one the rest of them treats like dirt. Day in, day out, me and my workers try our best. And they need us, the bosses. But do they realize that? I wish they'd come and see what it's like. See if they like being eaten by swamp worms.
Are you in charge of the workers here?
Yeah, I'm supposed to oversee the workers at the excavations. But morale is so low that the men don't care anymore.
Why is it so bad here?
We keep losing men to the worms. And there are even worse fates too. I'd rather be anywhere else. But we have to collect anything made of gold and take it to Beppo. We didn't expect to have to fight the monsters here. We're not trained for it. And that bastard Brogar should be protecting us. But do his fighters ever come and help? Do they, hell? Too drunk, most of them.
So the excavations have stopped.
They won't be happy when they find out. The Don's supposed to be a fair man, but Brogar isn't, and he should be protecting us. If any of my men were good at fighting, they'd have gone long ago. They'd be living it up in the bars and brothels of Harbour Town.
I'm going to take action, I'll need better armor.
I can give you workers' clothes, that's all. And you'd have to pay. After all, you're not a worker. Why should I clothe you?
We're all stuck on this island in this swamp together. We might as well help each other. I'll see if I can get your workers back to work.
You won't. If I can't, what chance does a stranger have?
I can talk to Brogar for you.
Don't. It'll only cause trouble. We've tried everything. Brogar's not going to listen to you.
Are any of your workers around?
They should all be at the excavation site. But that doesn't mean they will be. You'll recognize them. They'll be wearing workers' clothes, even if they've got no intention of working. Uncontrollable, most of them. That's what the swamp and being ignored does to you.
How did you end up in charge of the workers?
Don't think I volunteered. No way. The Don pointed his finger at me and said, "You will oversee the excavations." And that was it.
So the Don doesn't take no for an answer. Maybe I can do something to help. How many excavation sites are there?
3. 1 east of the temple, and 2 right in the middle of the swamp. Look for the artifact crates. They mean you're in the right place.
Right. What can you tell me about Brogar?
Nothing. I'm not telling you anything. I don't want trouble.
You've already got trouble.
Yeah, but I'm not dead. I'd rather take my chances with the worms than get Brogar angry.
Brogar can't be that bad.
Brogar is all bad. Ask the hunters. They'll tell you what he's capable of.
Well, I offered to help.
I need sleep.
What?
I'm watching you. Not right now.
I don't like faces I don't know well, and your face is too pretty. Slap some makeup on you and you could work the brothels.
You know I'm new here then.
Shiny skin, gormless expression. You're not the first. It's the heap of gold in the temple. It sucks in idiots like flies to shit. But there's no one round here that wants to split their share of the Don's gold any further.
You're a fighter, right?
I took the advice my teacher gave me. Find something you like and make it your job.
What's the Don going to do with the gold? Invest in swampland?
We might be stuck here now, but we're not going to be here forever. Once those religious nutcases are gone, Harbour Town will be ours. Then you'll see.
What are the Inquisition doing in the town?
Pretty face. Shame you're thick as pig shit with it. They only need the town to give them a supply route. The real work happens in the monastery. Fuck knows what they do up there.
And you don't think it would be a good idea to find out?
You're the nosy fucker. Why don't you knock on the door and ask them? Let's see how many questions you've got after they work you to death in the temple ruins.
Live here, die there. You know, there's an ocean full of beautiful desert islands. Where did the Don get all his gold?
See that temple? We took it. And guess what? It was full of gold and artifacts and stuff. Now it's full of guards, an ogre, and surrounded by us. There are temples all over the island. Why don't you bugger off and find your own?
You just walk in and take the gold from the temple ruins.
Yeah, it's that simple. Go on, try it. Then you'll see the beasts that come charging out of those ruins. You have to deal with them before you get to the shiny stuff.
So you've cleared all those creatures out of the ruins?
Keen to see them, are you? All right. We'll go to a temple ruin nearby. You help me deal with the creatures there. then you can get your share of the gold.
What's the catch?
There's no catch. We clear the place and split the rewards.
How do we split the gold?
50-50.
You've got a deal.
Good. Follow me.
Ale teraz... Ha, a już myślałem, że nie wyjdzie. Dobra, no to niech będzie, no.
Failure and success. Two partners in a race.
Now, no one can see us here, so let's have ourselves a little chat.
What about?
I've met people like you. Troublemakers.
Can we talk about this?
I don't want to talk. I want you gone. Permanently. Every scummy weasel that turns up here costs me a share of my gold.
Right.
Ale
So we're
wredny.
not here for the temple.
You're getting the picture. It's just you and me. And you're gonna give me your gold.
Let's get the...
See?
Ciekawe, czy by się go dało zepchnąć. No chyba nie, ale zepchnąć się nie da, ale pokonać się go da w sumie. Nie jest taki twardy.
What about...
Dobra, dawaj.
Now,
What a...
see?
O ty. Skurwielu.
Let's go. Nah, what about
Może jakiś mieczek fajny ma?
See?
Nic ciekawego nie ma. No i co powiesz?
You're still here.
you made me feel so welcome.
You want to stay in this shithole? You're welcome to it.
To rzeczywiście. To rzeczywiście.
Town will be safe for a while.
What are you doing up here?
Hiding.
Doesn't anyone do anything in this camp?
Look, don't get me wrong, I'm a worker. Man of the earth, me. There's nothing fancy about moving soil round, but work is what I do best.
So, what are you hiding from?
Work.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I'd like to be working. Only I can't. You see all these huge insects turned up at the excavation site. I'm not going back to work while they're still there. I like my job, but I'm not going to die for it.
Which fighters are responsible for protecting the excavation site?
Just Ricardo, but I've not seen him there for a while. Don't think he cares much about us workers.
He'll care if the work doesn't get done, and he ends up doing it. Tell me about your work.
About digging? Well, like I say, it may be dirty work, but someone's got to do it. You fancy trying? Just look for a sandy spot in one of the excavation sites, then you stick your shovel in the ground and dig. Who knows? You might even find something.
I'll have a word with him.
Okay. But don't tell him I told you. He's almost as bad as those creatures.
I'll take care of those insects.
You? Why not let the fighters do it? And that's what they're there for.
Do you see any here, though? I'll take care of it.
Skitu w tym obozie nikt nie robi tego, co powinien.
I'm sure you have plenty to do.
Ricardo.
Aren't
Właśnie.
you supposed to be protecting the excavation site in the swamp?
I am.
The worker, Brannan. He says he's been waiting forever for you.
I don't care about workers.
I can see why they made you a guard.
To tyle od
Nothing
niego.
new for you.
Huh? What was that? I'm watching you.
Did you know Ricardo isn't at his post? At the swamp excavation site?
You telling tales now?
Just being helpful.
Well, unless you've got orders from me, stay out of my business.
Hawkins says you're meant to be protecting his workers.
Hawkins says, does he?
You promised Hawkins if he paid, you'd protect him.
You worried about him. You protect him.
Right. You're a real man of honor.
Kurczę, chciałem się przespać w jego łóżku. Ale jakoś nie mogę kliknąć.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Idziemy chyba na... Powalczymy na arenie zaraz trochę.
I'm not a smith. I should learn goldsmithing.
What was that noise?
Hey, what? You better be from Hawkins. I need those crates moving.
I've just arrived here. I'm not from anyone.
Lazy more like. Bet you never done a decent day's work in your life.
What crates?
The ones full of artifacts? What else are we moving? Damn Hawkins. His workers should have delivered them by now. I knew it was too much responsibility for the old coot.
So you're in charge of moving boxes, right?
They're not just any old boxes. They're full of artifacts from the excavation sites. They get dug up, they come to me, and then they go to the Don.
Oh, so you're not even moving boxes for yourself then?
When you get an important role here, then you can make jokes. Until then, shut your bleeding mouth.
What's in these artifact crates?
Puppies. Artifacts, what do you think, genius? Everything that's dug up from the ruins gets crated up, but keep your mitts off them. If you're looking for gold, then do some work. You dig for the Don, then you'll get your share.
I'll think about it. Let's talk sensibly. I could help you get your crates.
Think you can? All right. We'll get going and get 'em moving.
No sense in asking if you know the magic word.
What magic word? Here, you're not with that Inquisition lot, are you? Look, I'll have no magical nonsense around here.
Where are these crates you want moved?
At the excavation site, but they should be here. I swear, those workers are being slack just to wind me up.
Are you the local blacksmith?
Blacksmith? I look like I spend my days making fucking horseshoes. I'm a pewterer, a gilder, a worker of fine metal. And I'm not looking for an apprentice. Particularly one that doesn't know the difference between a metal worker and a smith.
If I did want to learn about metalworking, how could I persuade you to teach me?
You not listening? Someone spit in your ear or steal your brain? I don't want an apprentice. So why don't you just fuck off?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for new weapons.
Looking is for losers. Paying gets you the goods.
Do you need help? I'm looking for work.
No one here looks for work. The only thing people here look for is gold. And you don't look like you're any different.
Have you got any sword blanks?
It's just what I got here. My stock of ore is empty. You bring me some iron ore, I can make you some blanks.
Do you work with gold?
Gold. Gold. Nothing but gold. You just see the money in it, don't you? Well, there's no point you thinking about getting wealthy here. Every crumb of gold out there belongs to the Don.
Everyone has to give their gold to the Don.
If you know what's healthy for you, once a month you have to take the Don his share.
And how much is his share?
You see anyone round here looking wealthy?
Not unless mud is the local currency.
Well, you should see the gold he has in his temple. Hordes of it. Ha! I can see that look in your eye. Fancy a slice, do you? You'll end up in pieces with those thoughts in your head.
How do I get to see the Don?
What do you want to see the Don for? Try standing on a tree outside the temple. You're not going to get closer than that.
No one gets to see him. There has to be some way I can get to see him. There must be some way to see the Don. Something he wants.
If it doesn't glitter, he doesn't give a toss. I wouldn't be surprised if one day he had his wife gold-plated.
Is there something he wants then? Something in gold he doesn't have?
We found a sword pommel. Beautiful bit of work. Supposed to belong to some garrison commander before he pissed off an ogre. You find the blade for that pommel, the Don'd kiss your hairy ass. Fuck it, I would too.
Where can I find this sword blade the Don wants?
If you believe the stories, the ogre dragged the garrison commander off where those temple ruins are. If anyone has found anything there, they're bound to shoot their mouth off. Particularly seeing as those bits of blade will be covered in gold. There's a pisshead called Lewis, reckoned he'd seen something, but he's a sack of shit.
So you want to restore the sword for the Don?
If I can get all the pieces. Can't do jack shit without all the pieces.
I'll find the blade the Don wants.
You want to look for it? Be my guest. But you take one piece of that blade for yourself, one bit of glittering gold, I'll hear about it.
I wouldn't dream of it. What have you got to trade?
Dziwne. Topór i młot wymaga mniej siły, a robi większy damage. A się wkurzył za piwko?
Thief!
Thief! Thief!
Someone else's house.
What do you want? You not got better things to do?
Waif and stray looking for pity? Or fortune hunter looking for gold? Looks like I've got another mouth to feed.
Are you the cook?
Amongst other things, you have to be adaptable in these times. One day you've a sword in your hand, the next, a ladle. And the cooking relaxes me, if you call stirring wild boar and bruggelweed cooking. Sorry, forgotten my manners. I'm Rachel. Here, new mouth, take this meat. Freshly cooked.
I need to talk to the Don.
Join the queue. I'm thinking of joining it myself. You can talk to me. When Esteban's busy, and he's always busy, I'm in charge.
But can you get me in to see him?
No. Look, he needs time alone to think. I'm always having to turn people away, even his good friends. Why would I make an exception for a newcomer?
You mean apart from my rugged good looks?
Believe me, I've seen better. Unless you have something really important for the Don, you aren't going to get to see him. I don't like the situation. I'm his wife and I don't get to see him. But it's his wishes, and we have enough trouble around here without looking for more. Oh, you're back, are you?
How are things around here?
Perfect. I don't know why we didn't move out of the town into the swamp earlier. The Inquisition are sucking the life out of the town, but this swamp is sucking the life out of us. We used to be close, all of us. Everyone made their share, worked for their share. Now it's falling apart. And with Esteban and that damn temple, I'm the one trying to hold it together.
Can I help?
And why would you want to do that? What do you want, new mouth? Lazy cutthroats, idle thieves, and mosquitoes. Why do you want in on this?
Why do you think things are falling apart here?
It's those ruins. They've got everyone's mind on treasure, even my Esteban. The whole place is being dug up, although I'm certain that not everything that's being found is being delivered to the camp. Esteban makes sure that all the workers get a share of the gold. He's very fair like that. But someone is looking to line their own pockets.
You think the Don is losing control?
He's a complicated man. The Inquisition's takeover of Harbour Town shook him up badly. All we've got is this place, and it's fragile, especially at the moment. I really don't need someone stirring up trouble.
Who do you think it is lining their own pockets? And what would happen to them if you knew who it was?
He'd be dead. Esteban's not a forgiving man.
So it seems. You sound like you need help. What if I help out?
You do that. But, well, if you really want to stick your hand in this beehive, you're welcome to. We can certainly use the help. Everything seems to have ground to a halt. Go to the camp lieutenants and see what sort of problems they're having. That should help you get a picture of what's happening here. Maybe we can root out the source of this rot before it reaches Esteban.
About your camp. I was told you're short of food. You need more meat?
Finally, someone who wants to do some work. Yes, I need 10 haunches of raw meat. You bring me the meat, and I'll put a little gold your way.
I never say no to gold. So who are the lieutenants here?
If you can't find that out yourself, how are you going to help me? Just go and talk to everyone. You'll find them. You'll soon see who's in charge and who thinks they are.
By the way, Brogar is refusing to help the workers. They're being attacked by the creatures in the swamp.
That sounds like him. Wouldn't want to risk his precious fighters to protect the workers. This is all grist to the mill. Keep an eye on him. There's bound to be more.
More? It doesn't look like anyone is doing their job in this camp. Brogar is forcing Sam to work for him instead of hunting. He's sawing wood for Brogar's fire. That's why you've not been getting the meat you need.
Damn Brogar! I thought he was trying to undermine Esteban. He'd be nothing without the Don, and now I need that meat.
What do you want to do about it?
Me? You do what you can. There'll be a full-on rebellion if stomachs go empty. If you want to help out, get me meat and get Sam back out hunting. You'd better not be trying to nick anything.
Mm-hmm.
What reason do you have for staring at me?
Yeah, I should have thought.
I'm sure you have things to deal with.
You're going to spend your whole life hanging around?
Stop where you are. You ain't going another step closer to the Don.
Guarding. Guess that's a really important job.
Most important in the camp. I make sure people don't just stroll in to see the Don. He's very against strolling in, and I'm not pissing Rachel off or I won't get any grub. So, move along.
How do I get permission to speak to the Don?
The Don is busy. He's thinking. Talk to his wife, Rachel. She's in charge.
Right, I'll go and talk to her then.
I ain't got no work for you. Go and see Sam or Hawkins and stop bugging me.
Cześć Konrad. Wykapultowana w powietrze, czy spadając zatrzymała się w powietrzu? Znaczy tak konkretnych jak ty mówisz to nie miałem, miałem tylko, że gdzieś tam się... Chociaż w sumie no zatrzymała się w powietrzu miałem, ale to... Albo zapisałem i wczytałem i błąd znikał. że tak powiem. A więcej jakichś takich błędów, które by niszczyły grę, to nie miałem.
Have you come across a piece of a sword blade?
The one Oscar's trying to piece together. He wants to make a sword for the Don, I believe.
And?
And I might have a piece of it. Oscar tried to buy it from me, in fact. But he wasn't offering enough, so I thought I'd hang on to it.
Will you sell me your piece of the sword?
It'd have to be for, no less than 100 gold.
I'll give it some thought.
That's the deal.
You seem to be a man who hears a thing or two. Have you heard anything about a broken sword blade?
What good is a sword in pieces to anyone? Worthless junk. Only one who'd be interested in that is that blacksmith. And you, apparently. What's that about, then?
FPS. Przyblokować w Nvidia. No dobra, jakbym miał jakieś problemy, to dzięki za info. To się przyblokuje, ale na razie mówię, tam jest 120, 140 klatek. I nie ma jakichś tam większych problemów tak naprawdę. Ale dzięki za info, jakby co.
Do you know where the pieces of the sword blade are?
I know where one piece is. I've got it. Question is, what will you do to get it? Not now.
Chyba będziemy musieli załatwić tego wrogara.
The temple guard wouldn't let me in.
Do you think he'd invite you in for a beer? He's a guard, remember? You'll have to have something for the Don. A gift, information, something valuable.
What sort of gifts?
Oscar the Smith will tell you. He's helped a lot of people impress the Don. Oscar's good with gold. And as I say, the Don rather likes unusual things that glitter.
I heard something about pieces of a sword. A sword decorated with gold.
Oscar's looking for pieces just like that. I also know that Brogar's got one, which you might say is something of an obstacle. I bet Oscar's tried to get it, which means it won't be easy or cheap for you to persuade Brogar to part with it.
True, but I'm sure this sword will get me in to see the Don.
If it glitters, it will catch his eye.
Then getting the sword could get me in.
You'll need all the pieces. Then you'd need Oscar to work his magic, if that's even possible. And then you'll need Oscar to be willing to give the sword back to you. It's not an easy thing to do. None of it.
I wonder where the pieces are. If they're all decorated with gold, people won't just give them away.
Well, you know Brogar has one. You might like to check out the workers. They're in the middle of things. They see what gets dug up. And they're likely to keep some things quiet. When a man has nothing, a little is a lot.
The Don's wife, Rachel, seems tense about something.
The Don put her in charge of this mess, and if she can't feed people, how can she control anything else? Brogar wants the Don out of the way. Proving Rachel useless only helps him.
About Brogar. I heard that Brogar was supposed to take care of the workers.
Brogar takes care of himself. That's nothing new and won't help you much at the moment.
Haven't you got nothing better to do?
I'm sure you have things to deal with.
Okej, zobaczmy ten. Zobaczmy arenę.
I've decided to fight in the arena.
That's what I wanted to hear. Well done. Do yourself proud. Remember, once either man hits the ground, the fight's over. Carrying on when your opponent's on the dirt, that's not fair play, is it? You'll pay dearly if you break that rule.
Right. Does Brogar ever fight in the arena?
You looking to lose bits of yourself? Just asking would be risking your skin. Forget it. That's my advice.
Why?
He's not one to mess with. Arena fighting's a game. Brogar doesn't play games.
Neither do I. You'd be a good opponent. Why don't you fight me in the arena?
I should have seen that coming. Think about it. This is my domain. I even bet on myself. Well, you got spirit, but try someone easier.
I want to make a bet.
Fabulous. What do you want to gamble on?
I'll fight Ricardo and win.
Well, that's not too hard a prospect. Lousy odds, so your winnings won't be great.
No, dyszka. Dyszka tylko to tak słabo.
I challenge you to a fight in the arena.
You think because I'm a guard, I'm soft? Your mistake. All right then, you bastard. Huh? Ah!
Oj, kusza. Ricardo to żeśmy porobili, tego następnego może też się uda porobić.
I'm sticking to guard duty from now on.
That makes me feel safe.
Bastard.
Ricardo's made of rice paper and spit. You'll find tougher. Here, your winnings.
I want to make a bet. I'll fight Lorenzo in the arena.
That'll be worth watching.
O, Lorenzo to nie ten, co żeśmy go już załatwili? Co piszczał do nas? Gdzie on się skrył? O.
No chance. Find someone else.
O? What?
I want...
A bo go raz pokonaliśmy wtedy w tym questie. I już... O.
Lorenzo won't fight me. He knows I beat him before and I'll do it again.
You could always try again.
All it costs is a little pride and a little gold. Here, your money back.
I'm ready to face Domingo in the arena.
Now there's a fight should bring in some wagers. Good luck.
Are you that keen to get a kicking?
Not interested?
You're not worth my time.
You chicken, Domingo. You a big, fat, feathery piece of poultry.
I see your mouth moving, but all I hear is blah, blah, blah.
You're the best fighter here. Come on.
See these muscles? There's money in them.
Here, have a swig of this.
Ah, that's the good stuff right there.
So, how about the arena?
Go on then. A beer, someone to punch. Life doesn't get much better.
You're clearly a man of simple tastes.
Dla chłopa piwo wystarczyło. Już się możemy tłuc.
Time for a little lesson. Huh? Huh?
No, Domingo już coś tam potrafi. Domingo już coś tam potrafi.
Time for a little lesson. Huh? Ah!
Na Domingo chyba będzie trzeba. No, próbujemy Jaroś, ale chyba będzie trzeba. Trzeba będzie mocniejszego mieczyka załatwić chyba na niego.
Time for a little lesson.
Najlepiej to ich złapać, jak się odwracają od tylca, ich złapać. To jest najlepiej wtedy. Sposób w odskokiem w tył wypróbować. Coś tam się staramy Coś tam się staramy unikać, ale...
Time for a little lesson.
Aha, 2 razy odskok, 2 razy cios. Wystarczy. Zaraz popróbujemy. Mówisz bez tarczy? A co tarcza zmienia?
Time for a little lesson. Time for a little lesson. And a few coins for me.
17 do domciu.
Time for a little lesson.
No dobra. Ale tyle tutaj, tylko tyle, że exp. Trochę doświadczenia. Trochę złota. Myślałem jakieś może... Jakiś itemek. Jakiś mieczek lepszy czy coś.
Okay, so you ain't bad. I'll give you that. But your technique is all over the place.
O, toporkiem. Toporki kuszą, ale my chyba zostaniemy przy mieczykach na cały czas.
Domingo'll have learned to respect you. Your win took him by surprise. And me. Here, your winnings. I don't like paying out. But you did what you bet you'd do.
I want to make a bet. I'm ready to fight you now.
Hold your horses, stallion. I'll fight you if you put some gold where your mouth is. Make it worth me while. I don't do anything for nothing.
I want to make a bet. I'm ready to face you in the arena.
There's gold on the table. How can I refuse? Let me know when you want this to start.
Will you...
It'd have to... Well, the arena is the only place we'll fight. Got that? And if you leave the arena during the fight, you lose. May the worthiest fighter win.
No dawaj, grać, zobaczymy. Coś jesteś wart.
Now you die! Ah! 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 Yeah! Ah! 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 Yeah! Yeah! Ah! Ah! Ah!
No proszę. Jego żeśmy porobili. O, odłamek miecza. Proszę bardzo.
Nobody will face me in the arena.
That's one of the biggest compliments they can pay you.
Yes, but I haven't faced Brogar.
Ah, that's a different world altogether. Brogar won't fight just for the hell of it. His position in camp is built on his brawn and his ruthlessness. He can't afford for anyone to beat him in combat. It'd weaken his power, so he's wary, as you should be.
I know what I'm doing.
You better.
You think it'll be one-sided? Let's find out.
You bastard. That gear is mine. I'll consider that your winnings, you bastard.
I want...
Dobra. To teraz spróbujemy z Brogarem. Chociaż wątpię, że teraz się uda bez... lepszej broni.
Brogar's fighters are staging fights in the arena. Would the Don approve of that?
You'd have to ask Rachel. But it might be something you can hold against Brogar. You could use it to stop Brogar. If you challenged him to combat and won, that would embarrass him in front of everyone. But it wouldn't be easy.
That's an understatement.
Well, you started on this path. Every man chooses his destination. Where are you going?
Whatever happens, I'll need to train.
A man needs skills, and with the path you've chosen, you'll need more skills than most.
There is no way I can beat Brogar with this useless equipment.
If you're after a better blade, Oscar the Smith will sell you one. If that fails, you'll need another line of attack. Magic. Try talking to Robart, the swamp farmer. He knows about magic, and as he's outside the camp, people won't hear you buying stuff.
Leave me be.
Not right now.
We live in a time of such nightmares. Temples rising from the ground.
Could it be dangerous?
You look relaxed.
The busy mosquito is swatted at dawn. The happy snail does nothing but yawn. We're in a swamp. What's there to make an effort for?
The Don just lets you relax.
Never see him. Beppo's always chasing us to hump crates round. All that effort for what? A pile of old crap. Hawkins is my boss, and if Hawkins doesn't care, Beppo can go screw himself. And Hawkins doesn't care about anything.
Right.
Hey, Dwight. You need to start shifting those crates over to Beppo.
And who are you to be telling me what to do?
Hawkins. He's not happy with you standing around.
Really? Then he should come here and tell me personally. But he won't. So, save yourself the effort. I'm sure you have other things to do. Maybe later, all right?
Don't bother me with this.
You look tired.
And you look ugly. Piss off.
You must have someone else, maybe later.
Co ten Dwightik nie chce iść do roboty?
You look...
The bit we're...
I'm the guy telling you to move those crates.
You see, I could do that, or I could just stay here, and that sounds more relaxing.
Try relaxing when I've put my boot up your ass.
All right, don't burst a blood vessel, I'm moving.
To zrobiliby tak, że potem można kliknąć znowu tą drugą opcję. No teraz pora na ciebie, Clay.
You look tired.
And you look ugly. Piss off.
What are you doing here?
I'm admiring the view. Great view. That's why we get all these tourists.
Ha! That and the friendly locals. Shouldn't you be standing guard by the swamp farm?
Piss off.
I don't care what you think of Brogar, but you see, now I am telling you to get out on guard duty.
You are?
That's right.
There's a reason Brogar didn't come himself. Now I'll show you.
All right then, you bastard. Do your best. Strike. That's it. Impressive.
Blisko było. Nie ma tak. Przybiegł sobie jakiś rozbitek w koszuli, w podartych majtach. Rozwalił wszystkich najlepszych wojowników. Żaden problem.
Nice warm fire, this. Nice and safe.
Brogar sends you to get on my nerves.
You don't care you're making him angry?
Angry? Oh no. I'm pissing my pants.
Should
piss. You.
That's right.
All right then, you bastard.
Yeah. Ah. Oh. Ah. 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 Yeah. Ah. 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 Ah.
You look. What are you?
I'm a.
Ha. Shouldn't. I don't. That's.
There's a All right then, you bastard.
Do your best. Ah. Ah.
Not again.
Ah. 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 Yeah. Batter him. Strike! Ah! That's it!
And you.
What are you? Should
piss.
I don't. That's.
There's a. All right then, you bastard.
Ah! Do your best. Yeah.
Not again.
Ah! That's it. Ah! Ah! That's it. Ah! Yeah. Ah!
You.
And you. I'm a.
Shouldn't. I don't. That.
There's. All right then, you bastard.
Ah! 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 Do your best.
Not again.
Ah! 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 Ah!
You look.
And you. All right then, you bastard.
Ah!
Stop it!
You shouldn't pick.
There's all right then, you bastard.
Do your best.
Not again!
To jest najgorsze. Jak podbija i ten atak od razu następny, bo nie zdąży się zasłonić.
You shouldn't pick. I don't.
You. All right then, you bastard.
Do your best.
Not again!
Batter him!
Chyba sobie jego odpuścimy na razie jeszcze.
You looked. Shouldn't pick. I don't. That's.
There's a. All right then, you bastard.
Do your best.
Not again!
Batter him!
No nie. No nie. Jeden shot.
Shouldn't. That's.
All right then, you bastard.
Ah! Ah! Do your best. Ah! Stop it! Ah! That's him! Ah! 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 Yeah! Yeah! Ah!
Ajajajajaj. Nie można stać za niego, bo on ten podbijający atak daje. Czyli trzeba trzymać odległość. 2 ataki, ewentualnie jak jest daleko, to trzeci atak ten silny.
Shouldn't pick. I don't. That's.
There's a. All right then, you bastard.
Ah! Ah! Yeah! Do your best. Ah! Not again. Ah! 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 Yeah!
You look.
And you.
That's.
There's a. All right then, you bastard.
Ah! 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 Do your best. Ah! Not again. Ah! 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 That's him! Ah! Show a degree of talent.
That's going to get you in trouble.
Tylko 80 expa. No, żeśmy rozjebali wszystkich.
Are you gonna stand guard now, or are we gonna fall out?
I'm going. I'm going.
A little more for me.
I'm sure you have other things to do.
Don't bother me with this.
I sorted out your crate delivery problem.
Really? Well, thanks. Good to see someone's applying themselves. Tell you the truth, I ain't sure why the Don wants all this gold. Ain't like there's much to spend it on in a swamp.
Not that I've seen.
Anyway, you've put me in a generous mood. Here's a little advance on your share.
Tell someone who cares.
What reason do you have for staring at me?
You're going to spend your whole life hanging around.
About your camp.
Your deliveries of artifact crates will be starting again.
Thanks. I didn't want to worry Esteban about that. Not after everything that's happened.
By the way, Craig is running a betting ring.
He knows Esteban doesn't like that kind of thing. It just ends up with the men arguing. This could be the spark that sets everything off. Go and tell Craig I said to stop it if he knows what's good for him. I don't feel like talking.
Okej, ale najpierw musimy rozwalić tego przydala.
Craig has a piece of the sword blade the Don wants.
So he says, but that bastard won't part with it cheap if he has got it.
You knew he had a piece of the blade.
Nothing happens in this camp without someone mouthing about it. You didn't pay him, did you?
Does that matter?
Well, they say a fuckwit and his money as soon as parted.
What have you...
Teraz się uczyć najpierw. Tak, nie mamy żadnej broni, no ale broń by się też przydała. Ale nie chcę jej kupywać. Kontrataki. No. Film?
Are you one of the fighters here?
Ze
I am
zmiany.
out here. When we were in the town, well, sleight of hand's more my thing. Combat's for boneheads. I have a few real skills. Sneaking, opening locks, picking pockets. Proper, honest skills. No violence needed.
Sounds good. Clay is taking over your post.
About time. Thanks. There's something for you. Always pay your debts. Now, I need a rest.
I want to be a better thief.
Otwieranie zamków to na pewno. Tylko pytanie, czy ktoś za darmo by mnie tego nie nauczył. Ale pewnie nie, więc...
Can you teach me how to open locks?
Of course. Many locks have a bolt that you have to push down in order to be able to open the lock. Then you can poke in all directions with your lockpick until the lock is open. But be careful. If you push in the wrong direction, the lockpick may break.
Drugi poziom. A lećmy od razu z drugim poziomem.
What can you teach me about picking more difficult locks?
The principle is the same. Push down the bolt and then try to crack the lock with the lockpick. Of course, these locks are a lot more complicated. Locks like that are expensive, but it means they often guard valuable things.
Jak patrzę, że piwa tego nie mogę podnieść, ale z zewnątrz chyba nie mogę.
Thought you might like to know Dwight's gone back to work.
He has? That's almost a miracle. But well done. Here, take these coins.
Your gratitude is boundless.
5
Leave me
sztuk.
be. I have other things to do.
Ten mówił coś o jakimś tym ubiorze. Tak bym go nie kupował, bo to tam szkoda za kilka decha ten.
Clay's taken over from Phil on guard duty.
Good. Pair of useless arseholes.
Dobra, spróbujmy.
Brogar, I challenge you to fight me in the arena.
You ain't worth the walk.
I fought and defeated all your fighters. Will you face me now, or are you a coward?
Show a little respect, little fish. I'll fight you. Maybe that way I can teach you some respect.
Mogę postawić?
I want.
First, you get more.
Kurczę. Ale to chyba nas nazbieramy. W sakiewce będzie. Co nieco.
I think I can beat Brogar in the arena.
I think he'd turn you into paste. But first, you'd have to get him to fight you. That's hard enough.
I'll find a way.
Hope you're ready for this. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Ah. Ah.
Żeby się uleczyć przydało, tak. Ale jakichś dzikich ataków nie ma, więc może da się go porobić.
Hope you're ready for this. Yeah.
O ty. Co 2 strzały w sumie mnie ma.
Hope you're ready for this.
Kurczę, jakie szybkie jest.
Hope you're ready for this.
No chyba już jego tak szybko, tak ładnie nie porobimy.
Hope you're ready for this.
O, a on to może wyjść poza arenę. I nie przerywa walki, tylko ja.
How about some compensation? Hope you're ready for this. Hope you're ready for this.
Jeszcze będzie trzeba jakoś, może broń lepszą trochę. Tak, za dużo byśmy musieli mu hitów walnąć.
Good.
Dobra, na razie chyba będziemy kończyć. No, także tyle by to było, jeżeli chodzi o Rizenka, pierwszą część. Rizenek może spoko, trochę na początku wolniutki, ale potem się rozkręca, jak już ogarniemy wszystkie lokalizacje i tak dalej, i tak dalej. Dobra, to na razie przerwa, a potem wracamy z Somą chyba na wieczór. Także jak ktoś chce horrorka, to zapraszam na horrorka potem. Dobra, dzięki, na razie.